Hello and welcome to round number 3. We're playing against Tariq Patel on the Hogaak. And I think because we know we're playing against the Hogaak, I kind of like this. This means that we can go turn 1 Zenith for Arbor into turn 2 Scavenging Ooze with double green mana. With a single green mana, sorry, for the first time around. We also can hold up Swords to Plowshares, which is nice. So that's probably not a hand that I would have kept on the blind, but knowing exactly what we're getting paired against, I think that that's a fine keep. Also, something pretty cool about Dryad Arbor in this matchup is that you can sacrifice it to Elvish Reclaimer, and it just exiles your opponent's bridges, which I think is super cute. Turn 1 Careful Study. I think they don't have any removal game 1, right? Let me double check that real quick. Altar. No removal game 1. They have 2 decays post board. Okay. We're also holding up Plow. See, wrong of me to want to root for the DJ decks. I don't only think that that's wrong. I think that is strictly correct. One of them was 1 and 1. I don't know what the other one was doing. This is gonna be a 7-rounder. It's gonna be 7 rounds. Okay, Vault Therapy, probably they're gonna name Plow, but there's nothing I can do, obviously, so. Yep. It's just the correct thing to name there, right? It's always the correct thing to name on the blind for that deck. The good thing is their Careful Study wasn't very good, so as long as we can keep the board kind of clear thanks to these Scavenging Ooze. So I think we basically never do anything that taps me out of green mana. Eat the bridge. More green mana is great. We just hold up all of our green mana. We don't do anything that is not holding up green mana to exile their stuff. Literally the only thing that we do every single turn. Cabal Therapy. Sure, I mean, they have perfect info, so they're probably going to name Primetime. So I'm not that far away from casting the Primetime. We have to watch out that they can fetch for Dryad Arbor, so what we don't want is for my opponent to somehow be able to like sneak in a Hogaak and then we're struggling to get rid of it. So we have to be mindful of Dryad Arbor. Gravecrawler is fine. Cabal Therapy, eat Cabal Therapy, eat Careful Study, eat Polluted Delta. They discarded 1 Bayou. The fact that they discarded one Bayou makes me want to. I guess that we can actually check that, huh? They have 3 value, so maybe I should have held on to that Wasteland. This can't block, that's why I'm attacking so hastily. This is the NCD Invitational, organized by Anurag Das. I'm just interested in my opponent not being able to hardcast Vengevines, right? Now they also have a Gravecrawler, so again we have to watch out for that Dryad Arbor play. Bloody G. In my own operation to make the Usa 3/3. I attack, we trade. We trade 3. We're at 21. My opponent swings 4. Both of these. We trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 mana. Because we get a bunch of zombies next turn. I think I want to attack. I think I want to limit the amount of... Also, like, I'm actually happy if my opponent wants to trade Dryad Arbor for one of their dudes. Because that grows my use, kills them faster. And it's harder for them to cast the Hogaak. We're missing out on a green source. That's the only thing that I'm kind of... not particularly psyched about. So I guess I should have attacked with the Dryad Arbor, actually. I should have actually attacked with the Dryad Arbor. No Vengevine is good for us. Well, now we just go for it. No, I want to continue attacking. I don't want for my opponent to be able to therapy my Titan next turn. My opponent's playing this pretty well. Honestly, I think we don't even Titan. Feels like the only way that I lose this is if my opponent altar combos me out. So I think we just continue hitting land drops, making sure that we have the most amount of green mana. Starting next turn, we start to get zombies. But altar combo in me is the only way. So I guess we don't even block. Like if my opponent attacks, I don't block. Because I value the green source more than... I value the green source more. But yeah, the only way that we lose is we just get hasty and I expose myself to get comboed out of the game. I think if we continue just attacking with the Scavengers and eating their graveyard, we're just gonna get there. They had the altar. I knew it. If they attack, I don't block. We're gonna need all the green mana that we can get our hands on. Gravecrawler. So we're gonna use 1 mana to eat the ghast, 2nd mana to eat the other one. To eat after they fetch. 1 mana to eat the ghast, 2nd mana to eat after they fetch. Oh, that's bad. So that gives them a bunch of looks. I still think this is fine. Attempt to eat one of these. Nice. Turn 2 Scoozy. Turn 2 Scoozy gets there. So, my opponent's gonna have probably Decay and maybe Carrion Feeder. Maybe they bring in Leyline. So Macabres come in. Primetime goes. I don't think I want Veils. Caracas is good. Misty is good. Thalias can go. Oof stops the combo. Funny that Ever is hiding us at 6 line the creature. Yeah, it's the opposite of the Nassif move, right? It's the opposite of the Nassif move. Veil is kind of awkward, actually. I guess I'm gonna bring in the Veil because of Decay. Got a removal, Collector Roof, Apparition. I'm loving that guy. Yashar is a house here. Yashar is a house. Let's go with this. All right, let's get a sick hand like that one that we just got. Sure, let's keep this one. He moves to 6. I think I'm gonna Reclaimer on 1. No blocks. No second land, huh? I think we have to get the engine going. So we're giving Tarek exactly 1 turn to do something here. How's he going today? So far so good. The only problem with this is that they might careful study here. Careful study will kind of suck for us. Yeah, that's shit. That sucks. We can bog here. I'm gonna eat the Hogaak and the Cabal Therapy right now, because this means that if they find the Dried Arbor, they can't cast the Gak. Maybe I should just be plowing this Hedron Crab. Maybe I'm just getting a little bit greedy here. I don't think so, though. Taking 2. That's neat. Bloody G. I think killing the crab main phase there is extremely important, because we can still deal with the Gak, right? So if my opponent wants to Gak here, we're fine. Down to 12. Altar of Dementia. Can get a couple of Sombos here if they want to. This game is very close. This game is very close. It feels like my opponent is this close to getting there. It feels like my opponent is super, super close to just being able to go bananas. But we do have the Fairy Macabre. We do have the Fairy Macabre. If they cast Hogaak, as I was saying, we already have that covered. I guess they can play fetch land, sack the Hogaak. I think once I have established the board, my life total is just not going to dwindle anymore, so seems pretty fine to just let this go. Okay. With that on the stack, they stack their Bridges triggers properly, by the way. If they want to flashback this therapy and steal my plow, it's kind of whatever at this point. Because that means that we're going to get to untap with the Scavenging Ooze and an active Reclaimer. And we get to wasteland them. Yeah, Bloodghast. Okay. Close game. So we're out of planes because we naturally do the last one, which is unfortunate, but so now they don't have good attacks anymore. And I don't think we waste them because I don't think there's any... We don't care about their mana too much. They build a crawler. It's pretty good for them, actually. And this game is crazy close. They don't have chills, no. Dryad was actually kind of interesting because it just fixes all my mana, so now everything is green source for Scusi. Which is cool. Supplier Ghast. Do they have the land? They do. They have a fetch land even. Okay, no Hogaak on site just yet. No, their only reach is Hogaak mailing. We live and die by this play right here, chat. We live and die by this play right here. My opponent just careful studied. If they studied into... that's what I'm saying. We can bug. But if I do that, and my opponent, they just resolved careful study, if they resolve that and they go... Stitcher Supplier into Hogaak and the nuts, then we actually die. One bridge is gone. Yeah, I guess we can let the fetch resolve first. They need a really good set of Miller suppliers. Yeah. They can Hogaak in response to Hogaak. We don't care about Hogaak. We care about getting comboed out. Now, they actually can't. Okay, so now that they did this, now I think it's the time to bog. Because they got the Dryad Arbor. So now, because of how they played, I don't think that there's anything else that they can do. Opponent says GG's. Whew. Got there. Reclaimer. Too strong, man. Too strong. Too good. That was 2-0, right? Two and oh, baby. Gonna have a victory song? Yeah. Alright, thank you for watching, everyone. We'll see you for round number 4.